So as the baby grows, you'll find that, oh, let me tell you this too, mamas. Always you want to lay the baby on their back. And the reason you want to do that is because that's a safe way for the baby to sleep. And anytime if the baby throw up for any reason, he or she can always turn their head and the saliva will roll to the side versus uh, if you put the baby on the belly, then the vomit gets stuck there, and that's how the baby ends up in trouble because they can't clear the airway. So remember, mama, if to keep the baby safe, you're gonna lay the baby on their back. I like what I call, excuse me, the Indian tuck in the blanket. You know, I seen a daddy do that, and the baby is just so. And I've actually wrapped babies in the Indian tuck. It's a great technique. It keeps the baby snug and bonded up really well and secure. So it is, maybe that'll be one of my demonstrations. I'll start it out in the next segment because I can't do it during this segment because I don't have the equipment to do it. But I'm gonna set that up so I can show you what the Indian tuck look like. And what it does is it really put a protection around the baby to let the baby know it is okay, it is safe, it's okay for you to just go to sleep and be peaceful because mama got you. And so I want to show you how to do that. And even when the baby is fussy, maybe he got an upset stomach or something going on and you can't figure out what's going on with the baby, the Indian tuck usually carries the baby to a peaceful place because then now you can put the baby close to your chest, and once the baby hear your heartbeat knowing that you haven't panicked, then the baby can tend to calm down. And so I'm gonna do that Indian tuck for you in one of the sessions that I do to show you how that work. And so now we're gonna go to when the baby is possibly like rolling over, because at a certain age, like probably uh, uh, I want to say about 3 to 6 months, they tend to want to flip over. It's okay to set up a safe environment on the floor. No objects presence. Don't give them teddy bears and all of that little stuff to lay on this pallet because all you want them to have is rolling room. And so what they do is they tend to roll over. That's probably all they can get done too is just to roll over. And so that's just still, they're saying that development is happening on schedule the way it's supposed to happen. And you just want to keep an eye on them that they don't keep rolling and rolling off the blanket because on the edge of the blanket is off limits. So you put them back in the middle and let them flip some more. And so you can do that. Put your baby on a schedule. And what I mean by that, you always schedule that they'll eat about the same time. They'll take their naps about the same time. You'll notice as the baby grow, they'll tend not to sleep as much. So you have to put them on a schedule. But remember, you want that schedule to include night rest. Because if you get a baby that cannot determine night from day, then now mama gonna get frustrated because most times when that baby um, don't know night from day, they tend to cry all night and be up all day. And so, or well, sleep all day. I'm sorry, sleep all day. And you don't want that. So you want to train them because the Bible say train a child in the way that they should go. And so you want to train them good sleeping habits. As the baby grows, like I say, you'll notice that they don't take as many naps as they did as newborns. Newborns, they sleep and eat, sleep and eat, sleep and eat, so you kind of can get some rest with them, really. But as they tend to grow and they get to that age where they're flipping and going on, they kind of exploring their environment. I want you to know their attention span is very short. You can you can give a baby attention for 5 to 10 minutes, and he or she think you don't spent 4 or 5 days with him, and you only spent 5 or 10 minutes with it. because their attention is very, very short at this age. And so it's no sense in to get overwhelmed. And you'll find if you'll spend that quality time with them, because most children working in psychology, I find a lot of children have that attention deficit. And I believe that that's a learned behavior, but that's just me. I haven't did the research, so don't go emailing me talking about I'm making misstatements. No, that's just my belief, and I have that right. But what I would like for you to know is that I believe that when we take away that nurturance, that training that mom should begin the baby, I think we come up with some developmental issues that may affect their mental, emotional state. And I think research backed me up with that statement. And when you're not giving that child appropriate attention, like I say, then now you go to getting those attention issues, and they vary across the spectrum. But you tend to go to messing with their psyche when they need that attention. If you just can remember as mama that child attention span is very short, and you may have some on your agenda, but if you can just take out 10, 20 minutes, let's just say you always take out 20 minutes intervals when you hear the baby crying. Take 20 minutes to give them what they need, and check them to make sure they're dry, make sure they're not hungry, and make sure they're not fussy about being sleepy or whatever. Because once you can provide that safety, once you can provide that snuggle, just really snuggle, and let them know that it is safe for you to get your rest, they will go to sleep because they are feeling safe, they are feeling dry, they are feeling warm, they are feeling nurtured, and they are feeling protected. And so that take all of 20 minutes to get that done. And then now you can go on with your daily chores as the baby rests, checking in on them maybe every 5-10 minutes. You check in just to make sure that they're sleeping good, and make sure that they're on their back, right? Remember I said they must be on their backs because of health and safety reasons. They need to sleep on their backs at all times. Never fall asleep with your baby laying face down on your chest, because you could go to sleep exhausted, extremely tired, and roll over on the baby and smother the baby. Never know, because the baby can't cry out, especially if you're on top of them or laying on the side. You getting a picture of that? I hope so. But yes, I want you to really consider that about the sleep. And the baby should not sleep in the bed with you. You should have the baby a crib or a bed to themselves, and teach them that, because you're teaching them individuality, differentiation. And I'll be talking to you about that, because remember, we're preparing our babies, we're preparing our son or our daughter for society, and we want them to be productive. And it starts at birth. It starts at the beginning. We have to start the beginning right in order for the medium and the end to be better. And so when we're putting the baby down on the floor, remember, because now the baby's rolling and whatever, and then this is time that you don't have absolutely nothing else to do. You're going to be spending that time with your baby, not putting that baby on the floor in the living room, and then you going to clean up the bedroom. No, we're not going to do that. That's going to be time, that's going to be 20-30 minutes that you can absolutely dedicate to your baby, and just really be in their audience and making sure that they are safe at all times. I want you to hear that. And so when the baby's flipping, you can kind of cheer the baby on, because that's the way you're interacting with him, and he kind of playing with you and you playing with him or her. And so you're getting things done, because now the baby feel confident in what it is he or she is doing. So now, not only are you providing a safety, warm, nurturing environment, you're also building confidence. How about that? You're building self-esteem. That got to be wonderful. And so, therefore, when that baby began to launch into um, um, getting up on their knees, because they're not going to crawl right away, but you're going to see them go to positioning themselves. And so therefore that's a part of, because they're always looking at mama's face or daddy's face, and they get their confidence from that. So you're just going to have really really good fun with the baby, and know that you are preparing a young lady or a young man for society. And it seems kind of strange, you're talking about a baby that way, but that's the end goal. That's the long-term goal, is to prepare my young child for either manhood or womanhood. And that's our focus for these little activities. Remember, we're bonding with the baby, because once the baby hits society, he or she is gonna need a parent. They're gonna get many friends as they need. They don't need you as a friend. I'm sorry. Don't mean to bust your bubble. But they're not gonna need you as a friend. They're gonna need you as a mother or a father or both. Gonna need both parents to guide them through this tedious land, to be the best person they possibly can be. And so remember, I said, Mama, Daddy, you and Mama gotta sit down and talk about the parenting styles. Um, um, I'm gonna pause.